audience of this textbook of forensic fraud is meant to be forensic scientists primarily young forensic scientists or practicing forensic scientists who are unaware of this problem in their own profession. It's also intended to be used by judges and lawyers so that they have an understanding of the nature and variety of fraud that a forensic examiner can and will commit to help them do their jobs better. Forensic fraud, it covers a number of areas, including the culture that fraud occurs in. That's primarily a law enforcement or government culture. It includes a review and examination of the types of scientific fraud that exist and the history of those typologies and classifications going back to the 1800s. And then it examines individual contexts of fraud and the data set that we collect fraud over maybe 44,000 cases. And so then finally we concluded with the interpretation of those data, the development of a typology of forensic fraudsters, as well as the nature of forensic fraud subsequent to the actual publication of the PhD. The most important benefit that a reader gets from this book is understanding that fraud in the forensic science community has been going on for a very long time, that it has not been dealt with in any real fashion, and that there are ways to identify it and address it very quickly. So one of the things this teaches practitioners to do is how to avoid committing forensic fraud, and then also how to recognize it when you see it, and finally what to do when you've established that it's occurring. If you're in the community and you work in the context of forensic science in the courts, that can be very isolating. It can make you feel very alone. So the greatest benefit perhaps of this textbook is not just identifying fraud and using the typology, but understanding that you're not by yourself in seeing this kind of behavior over and over again.